What I have to talk about is the future of our hosting and having our sites hosted. As everybody knows, RootsWeb's been down for 3 months, and it seems like it's longer, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, but they're only going to be down for a couple of weeks or so.
Right. And we have really relied heavily on our free service from RootsWeb for, well, since I've been with this project. I probably wouldn't have started with the project if I hadn't have been offered free web hosting. Okay?
Yeah.
I couldn't have done it.
So we want to try to keep in the spirit of things, but we're faced with a very harsh reality of the cost involved. I want to go over what we have been finding, and I encourage any of you that has any resources that I may not know of to dig deep and see if you can find hosting better than what I can find hosting. I talked to Joy Fisher, and she said that she's got a hosting company that may save us money. She's going to send me the information, but I read on the internet that they just got bought out. So I don't know how that's going to affect even what she has. She has like 200 sites or something.
TXGenWeb hosting.
But they just got out,
I'm
bought out by
crazy
Site
about
5.
they get hacked real easy.
Well, she has the files that they gave her that they've never been hacked because of those 2 files that she has in every folder.
Yeah, well, let's talk about one I just put on there. It's
Oh, get those files from her when she sends
she's
it to
already
me.
done it,
Oh, okay.
but it's too late. We have to clean up what we got. And
God, I hate hackers.
yes.
Right now we have GoDaddy. Is who we have our TXGenWeb counties with. All right, that's not where the TXGenWeb.org site is being. That's somebody is hosting it for us. So that cost is not involved at all. It's us helping other people that would not get started in this project if they had to pay hosting service. We had to pay for 3 years, it was like $671 for 3 years, okay? Here is the problems that we ran into. First, we bought the service that was unlimited hosting, okay? It's supposed to be unlimited everything. I started...
Until they realize how much you're actually going to use.
I started entering FTP accounts for every county. I got through to number 28. And I couldn't enter anymore. So I called GoDaddy. I'm trying to enter FTP accounts and it won't let me. Well, how many do you have? I said, I've got 28. I'm trying to keep going. They go, you're only allowed 28. I said, well, you got unlimited. What's the deal? It's unlimited.
What do you think unlimited means? You think it means more than
unlimited.
28?
And they go, no. So we had to upgrade our service. It cost us more money.
But why are you doing an FTP
That sounds like
account
breach
for
of
every
contract.
county?
I did one for every county so that it would be independent and they couldn't have access to all the other counties.
Right, but I don't need one on there. So why would you put everyone on there?
No, just the counties.
Oh, just the counties you need.
Yeah, no, I know that there
I
are.
was
I
gonna
don't
say
need
not
one.
for every county.
I don't need one for like
Yeah,
5 of my counties.
How many counties are on there?
I don't know right now at this particular point.
Oh,
I'll have
well,
to.
at least 28.
I can
More
do
than
a
28.
count while you're doing that, Carla, you count.
Okay.
Oh, it's just a ballpark figure.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
Oh,
it's at least 28. Probably about 50.
Okay, that's
So but we don't have all of them done. We had to stop because I'm going to continue the story.
is it unlimited again?
Then we got unlimited FTP accounts. Okay. So I continued entering the counties that we needed. Okay, and finished all of those. So then I started giving them out to people that wanted to service. And it's only those that wanted to use it, okay? They started uploading their stuff. Boom, I get hit with, you've reached your limit of files. But what? We're on unlimited. It's the file count.
Get off GoDaddy.
I know, but what we're trying to do is trying to find something.
Deceptive
Postmonster.
advertising.
No.
Arkansas GenWeb is on Hostmonster.
Postmonster,
We
because I have HostGator.
No, Hostmonster.
Okay.
It is 64 FTP accounts right now that use them.
Mm-hmm.
We've created, it is unlimited, we have 9.2 gigabytes of data.
But how many files? Because see, we
Oh.
were okay with the volume or the how many gigabytes or whatever, but we hit the cap. Shared hosting. That's
You
the
went
key.
over
Shared
the top of unlimited.
We went over the top of unlimited. We had 300,000 files that we uploaded,
Is this on shared host?
and it was the shared hosting.
Shared hosting or dedicated?
It was shared hosting
Okay,
place.
shared hosting.
Okay.
But
Then
Postmonster still has not,
I can't
we're
believe
not having any
600.
problems, and it is 200.
Well, we're gonna get to that too, and I'll
About-
tell you what
Well,
happened.
we just paid 6 months worth, and it was $120 for 240 a year maybe for unlimited.
I'll get with you and I'm gonna find
But
out
that's
more
where
about
Arkansas
you.
is.
What we did after that,
We've been
okay,
doing it for years.
because we hit the cap of 300,000 files, we had to upgrade the service, so we had to go to dedicated service, okay, not shared, dedicated service. But our cap, then we had to get rid of unlimited and go to, where we had to give them a figure, which was 60 gigabytes. All right, that's nothing for us, okay? And I've got Houston County half uploaded and not, because we filled up. All right, we don't have it. So the places that I called to see, GoDaddy, like I said, was about $671. It was going to be about $1,200, maybe a little more at renewal, because that was the special price.
Introductory price.
I called HostGator. I had a 30-minute conversation with them. They're the only ones that took the time to really review. They went to our website. They reviewed what we have and what we're doing. And they recommended going with the virtual server. Okay? But it's you have to commit for 36 months. And it's $1,798. Okay? And that's only 120 gigabytes.
Is that still 3 years?
That's for 3 years.
$1,700.
Okay, but full price, once it renews in 3 years, is going to be around $4,300.
Yeah,
Triple.
what they quoted us is an introductory.
Yeah, that's your introductory
No,
rate.
4 times.
So I said, scratch that. So I went to Bluehost, which is where TXGenWeb has theirs, okay? And I couldn't get, I'd emailed Denise Wells several times asking her for specifics on the plan. And all the emails I got back were very vague. And I couldn't get an answer as to what type of service they have, okay? So she told me they have the middle plan. Well, I didn't know if it was middle shared, middle dedicated, middle.
I'm sure they've got this dedicated.
They've gotta have dedicated.
Shared. It's not that many sites. We're just taking in some sites that need it.
Not
That's
for
all
the
we were
USGen
doing.
websites?
Not for the whole.
For the USGen websites or the?
It's USGenWeb sites.
I forgot what mine was.
Well, there's not that many out there.
Carla got the figures. We have 183 LTP accounts.
Right, that sounds about right.
Don't have service.
I don't know if they're
Yeah,
all
there's
used
so many
yet.
people that don't. There's so many people that don't.
It's still.
Oh, is
you
that-
need to
is that
check
our
all
cap?
these numbers.
Is that the cap?
So,
No, that's just.
Bluehost came back with almost the same figures that GoHost did. With the IX web hosting, she said that she's never hit a cap on bandwidth, she's never hit a cap on the number of files, she's never hit a cap with the number of gigabytes.
Domains or anything.
But she said, but you're telling me,
There is a problem, but there are some workarounds, just be
Yeah.
sure you put them in place.
yeah, we
You
have to do
must
that.
get their IP address where they log in, some things like that, so that only it's an allow file that only allows like me to log into my account.
Right.
Now, what
How
are we
many of
talking about now?
you use the
That's
TexasGenWebCounties.org for your site? How many of you use the US GenWeb sites?
I think
I
my
have
Lincoln
one.
County.
And there's also the usgenweb.org, which is Joy's.
Right,
that
right.
does free. And she would,
Okay.
and she would do more too.
I don't know, they just gave me space, but one of the county coordinators that had is setting up sites for
Before I forget to tell
Georgia
you,
GenWeb.
too, if you've adopted a county lately, or even looking back at your original adopted counties, if someone had your county.
No, we can't hear.
Okay, let's give her our attention.
If somebody had your county before you that had front page, okay, that used front page. Front page puts a little file called _VTI_CNF. You'll find a folder in there with that. Check every county you have. If you find that folder, delete it. What it does is front page duplicates all the files. And so you have double the number of files because it puts this folder in every folder on your site.
Give that to me again,
And
please.
that's the
It is
duplicate files.
_ V as in Victor, T as in Tom, I as in Indigo,
Can you send that to us in the email?
yes,
Yeah.
_ C as in Charlie, N as in Nancy, F as in Frank. So if you find that folder called that, in every, if you see it in one folder,
Victor, Thomas, India, _ Charlie, and then what were the last ones?
Nancy Frank.
It's virtual something
Anything VTI.
configuration.
Yeah,
Anything
right,
CPS,
anything
CQ.
VTI.
Yeah.
If you find that folder in one folder, you better look in every folder because 9 times out of 10,
Yeah.
that person had
Yes.
front page. Because I used to have front page.
Oh, okay, they've got.
You know?
What about Composer? Because a lot of people still have it, but it's not available anymore.
Well, I use Blueprint.
So if you're still using front page and you take it out and then you go back in
You're
there.
still okay. You're still
Okay, there,
okay.
it's not gonna add it back in there?
It may, and then you'll have to delete it
If
again,
you,
which
if you, if
but
you
see-
upload a folder from your local that has it in it, it's gonna upload that folder.
But if you just
that
open
VTI
the
folder.
files without that folder, don't upload that folder again, because it's adding it to your, computer.
So make your changes on the website and
No, no,
then.
no, 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 no.
No, you can do it.
On your computer, you've opened front page,
Yeah,
and you've done all your changes. Now you've opened your FTP program. Don't just copy the whole folder over onto your server. You need to open that folder and just copy the files that you wanna upload. Because that VTI folder's gonna be in that folder.
Yep.
Okay, and you do not want to upload the VTI
In other
folder.
words, just upload the files you edited. No,
Yeah.
yeah, but they're still gonna be in there.
No, if you only highlight those files, it will not
Just,
upload
yeah,
that
just
folder that's in
highlight
there
the files you
with it.
wanna upload, don't just, yeah, you're okay. You can do it without uploading them. But everybody needs to check their sites.
Right.
Right now, you know, well, I don't mean this minute, but, you know, check your sites and look, and because you may have extra files and taking up space. I can, when Shirley was uploading all those files, I'm going, look at all these files. You know, we've got to get rid of them because there were just duplicates on top of duplicates. There were duplicates of duplicates. I mean,
Granted,
it was
the
just
file size
crazy.
isn't very big, but it still adds.
Every file
Space.
counts. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter how
Oh,
big
yeah.
it is or anything.
That may be how they have to.
So, should send those.
Yeah, and that's exactly it.
Cause I was
That's
gonna
exactly
say,
it.
we have 9.2 gigabytes and we only have 150,000 files.
Well, see, we're at 60 gigabytes now.
Yeah.
60 gigabytes on this.
Yeah, you gotta see how.
But it's all
There's gotta
these
be-
duplicate files, and it's all these orphan counties that have these duplicate files. You know, so it's crazy. So,
And would you
That's
agree?
that's the one we
This
have.
is it, you know,
Well, yeah.
we've got to find a solution
Find another service.
for
Payments.
replacing our hosting service,
And
finding
are they
better,
committed for 3 years, or you?
we are paid through 2020.
Through April of 20.
April of 2020. So sometime in 2019, we need to make a commitment for a new hosting service.
It's not that long away.
So it's not an urgent thing that we have to do, but I need everybody's help, because if we don't find a better alternative, then we can't be in the hosting service anymore. You know, it's just gonna
We
be.
cannot, not in good conscience, put TXGenWeb into debt for a large amount for others to follow along behind us. And,
And it's also not fair to those of us that pay our own
right.
to help pay for those people who say they want free. If they're gonna want free, they're gonna have to not have free and help pay for it.
Right.
Because the free
You know,
world is coming
we
to an
don't mind,
end.
we don't mind having the server we have, or will have, whatever, for those who really need a place to put their sites. But it's got to be reasonable.
Yeah,
We
you
can't,
should
we
not
can't,
have-
it's not fair to pass a law to,
We have a lot
Should
more
not
than
have to
our
babysit that.
Well, our problem is we need community volunteers that don't mind getting their own hosting, and it's got.
Suggestion, y'all do not come to Texas State Genealogy Conference, don't come to any of the regional ones, don't come to the national ones. Y'all need to be out there, you know, saying,
Okay,
this is us, and,
go ahead, Scott, I'm
well,
sorry.
I mean, you're missing the people that are out there.
But you're our representative too.
Well, I try to talk, but I mean, usually
That's
I've been.
not a booth. You need to have a booth set up.
I mean, even if it's, you know, just, you know,
Information and volunteers.
family history fair. I've got a free family history fair in
That's
2
what
weeks.
we're running out of volunteers.
I mean,
is the problem.
Well, I understand.
The advisory board, I can tell y'all, the advisory board has said that states can ask for donations for server costs.
Sure, you can.
Yeah.
But those of us that are loyal and
And you
loving
can put it on
everything
your
else,
website even.
we love everybody here. But I'm already paying for mine.
Exactly.
Who are we
But I'm saying-
asking for donation costs?
We can put it on our state website and ask for donations from anyone.
As long as it's paid for the server, that's different.
Well,
than
then,
asking.
Used to you couldn't do that, you could not ask for donations on the
Yeah,
website.
yeah.
Advisory board said, y'all please don't get me in trouble on this, but they said it's not their place to tell us we can't ask for help.
Well, the first place you need to start is with the volunteers who are using the free web space.
So,
Well, I want you to
Free
think
rides.
too on that, and there are people that are disabled or they are on fixed incomes for whatever reason that may be. And as someone that has paid for my web hosting for many years now, okay, I will still donate to help other
I
people.
understand, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I
We
think
can't
that we
carry-
need to.
You and I can't carry.
I know.
other people.
But if you've got a great solution with yours, I mean, I'm very excited to hear what you
Solid.
have to say, but if you've only got 9 gigabytes and we have 60 already.
But you've also just said a bunch of that's some trash that needs.
well,
to
we
be-
have,
we've been
like
carrying
Tarrant
it up.
County is 8 gigabytes. The county website is 8 gigabytes alone.
Right. And we don't even have that, we're not even
And-
involved in
and
that
Tarrant's not
hosting
on
yet.
our-
Jimmy hosts ours, doesn't he?
Yes, and that's something else we need to be thinking about is we need to get Texas GenWeb on its own. And that's
If
gonna.
you can afford to.
If it's by itself, we have.
Yeah, well, it's by itself, yeah.
If it's by itself, we should be
If
able to
something
put it on
happens
one of
to
the
Jimmy
free
though, what's
sites.
gonna happen to Texas
Not free
GenWeb?
sites, but unlimited, unlimited.
To our website.
Well, who
Now,
you
I've
got
got
your
copies of
hosting
it,
with?
but still, what's gonna happen to it?
I've got 4 different companies that I use.
See, that's a problem. If we could split up, and that may be what we need to end up
It
doing.
may be.
But
That's
this
an
is-
alternative.
But this is my commercial sites. So
Right,
that
I
is
understand.
split up everywhere.
Right.
I like that.
But, and the reason why I do
use it for my
that,
other stuff.
and it wouldn't be a bad idea to to split it up anyway.
Yeah, I don't like having all my eggs in one basket.
Because it's, the reason, I don't have any of my domain names registered with Do I Have Hosting. Because if this one craps out for the hosting, they don't have my domain name,
Right.
and vice versa.
Remind me to tell you my story about
And I hate that.
They used to be good.
Used 10, 12 years ago, yes.
Right. Now they're
But
not.
they, like everybody else, they've gotten too big for their britches.
Mhm.
Another one that used to be pretty good and it's inexpensive is its Christian domains.
Mhm.
I stumbled into that 10 or 12 years ago.
Mhm.
Literally fell face first into it. I'm going, oh, okay. And they're at the time, their pricing was really cheap, inexpensive. And for domain names and for hosting as well was inexpensive. But get multiple, and you end up having multiple domain names.
Well, and that's what we were just talking about, you know,
Oh.
we could get TXGenWeb counties.
Well, and you
Sites?
can get TXGenWeb.org, .net, .com, .info,
Exactly,
whatever.
exactly.
It's all the same.
Right.
And on the homepage of it, just be a mirror of everything and host different counties on the different
Well,
whatever.
it really won't matter because we've got the TexasGenWeb.org and we're just pointing to those anyway,
Yeah,
so
that's
it
what I'm saying.
really
That's
won't
what I'm
matter.
saying. And then that way, if one server goes down, you don't lose 254 counties.
Right.
You lose 10 counties, 12 counties, or
But
whatever.
we need to come up with a plan. Yeah, go ahead.
Check iPage.
Well, I
iPage.
would be
Yeah, iPage, just
really,
I and page.
I don't like them. I've got the stuff on
I
there,
would be really skeptical with iPage.
floor.
Okay.
but,
Go ahead.
but they have some good, efficient, cheap service. I use Pair Network. Pair.com, P-A-I-R, I've used for the last 20 years. So it's really a good service,
Yeah.
but it's not the cheapest in the world. But it offers anything and everything you could possibly want from e-commerce on down. I do my own databases on there, they got MySQL, everything else.
So then it comes back to fundraising, you know, what we can do there and how, I know that some people can afford it, some people can't afford it. We don't need to do anything at this particular moment in time today, okay?
3 years?
But, I'm sorry?
2 years.
April 2020, but in the interim, we still need to do something with the TexasGenWeb.org, the main site.
I think your point should be, meeting next year, we make a decision on what we're doing, because April comes around
Really fast, really
next-
fast. I agree with you. Thank you very much for pointing that out. I agree.
What's it gonna cost to renew the state site?
The state side, Jimmy doesn't charge
Jimmy
us
doesn't
anything.
charge us
But if
anything.
anything happens to Jimmy, how long is his
Okay, so
server
we
paid for?
we probably need to put a backup of that on GoDaddy.
He would need to do it
Well, we
somewhere.
can't put it on GoDaddy. We have to do something.
The state site?
We have to do something with it. In other words, we're concerned about the future of Texas GenWeb project. And right now, and what I mean by that is, Jimmy is donating the hosting
Right.
service. But if something was to happen to him, granted, I've got a backup, Shirley's got a backup, you know, but we have nothing, and also he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart, you know?
Okay.
I don't know how much we
Have
can
we
ask
maxed
him.
out on GoDaddy already again?
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay, that's why we can't move there.
I have half my site not up, so I'm gonna go ahead and, I'm
So
gonna get all
we've
of mine
upgraded
now.
3 different times,
Yeah.
and we still keep running into these unlimited,
Correct. Well, now
Lots.
we're not unlimited anymore. We are very limited.
okay,
Okay.
And that would, and that.
so the cheap stuff is unlimited,
I'm sorry.
but it's not.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
deceptive
It
advertising.
is deceptive. And Carla fought with it, Carla.
I have spent hours and hours and hours screaming. First I tried
Did you,
with kindness.
did you
That didn't
document,
work.
did you document this stuff at all?
Okay.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that sounds like unreal.
I
what
mean,
they're
most of us
charging
documented up here.
us.
Well, I
just
put
want-
it down,
What good
what I
did it
just
do?
told
Yeah, what
you.
good will it do?
You should send that to the Federal Trade Commission.
Corporations, I mean, they've got.
That's ridiculous.
Carla, one thing for next year, and like I said, I think it's too late this year to do anything about
It
it.
is.
We need to plan, but one thing we should ask, the first thing you should know is how many of us has an alternative. I've got my own server that I could put my counties on with no expense to me whatsoever. The problem there is, what happens if I die?
Yeah, exactly.
I've got
Well,
two counties there that's on my personal server that.
You bring up a very, very valid point, and I don't know if you have a docile to your will, okay? But a codicil, that's it, sorry. Codicil, sorry, docile. I can't remember. A codicil to your will, I have one for all my genealogy stuff and for all the site stuff. I wanna see it go to the project, okay? I don't want it to be something that dies with me.
Well, I'm saying, my information would die, I've got every bit of it backed up, because I don't have anything on there that I don't have on my computer. And my computer doesn't have anything on it that my external hard drive doesn't have, and my external hard drive doesn't have anything that my network hard drive doesn't have.
Have you made your wishes known?
Yes, but I'm saying, that hosting is not gonna be there, because it's not paid for anymore. So I've got the files, but who's gonna manage it, you know? You're gonna have to go out and get a new place to put it.
Well, we'll have to at that particular time. At that, hopefully,
There are several counties that are on private servers, we have no control over it. Now, I don't want control of it, I'm not,
Right.
everybody has the right to put their counties wherever they want to.
Right.
And I am a firm believer in that. In fact, I will not join some state projects because they say you have to have your county here. And that's against national, it's against, I don't like it. And what I'm gonna do, what I wanna do is back up all our counties onto CDs. And staff have it, and then we'll pass that on to the next staff.
Okay, let me suggest, if you trust Shirley, that you give her access to your FTP site. So if something does happen to you, if we could get in to copy all those files.
I've got the files, that's not the problem, I'm saying, if I've got them on my site,
Okay,
and she assigns them to you, you can't get into my site.
well, that's what I'm saying, I know, I would
My
have
site's
to,
only
I'd have
good
to
for
find a
30
new
days.
site, I'd have to find a new site.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Or I'd have to somehow take over their site and say, hey,
That's
that
exactly
site
what we're
falls.
planning to do with Roots Web.
But the main thing is, we don't want to lose files.
Right, well, I've got the files, they're there.
If they're gonna be passed down, we can find a site somewhere.
It is, it's
Well,
an issue.
you say that, we got people right now who've been trying for 3 months.
Yeah.
We'll
Well,
find
these people that are
sites.
left on the students have not moved yet. From our bipartisan, they think they're coming back.
It's not, it's not.
I don't have.
I don't think they'll ever be back.
I just.
The target is our meeting next year
In Madisonville.
in Madisonville, Texas, okay? We need to have a plan, and we need to execute the plan. Or at least be prepared to execute the plan. Yes, sir.
What is the current policy for TXGenWeb on fundraising of any sort?
I think
Because
you
it used to be
must have.
zero.
I think you missed it. I think Shirley said that the advisory board
I stepped out.
said, what did they
We
say?
can ask for donations, we can have
CAN
fundraising.
can, not can't.
They,
And they say that, with
Can we get like a sponsor?
Sure, sure.
So,
Um,
if some genealogy societies wanted to kind of
yes,
chip in
yes.
so much a
What,
year?
the problem that with Roots West has brought all this to the forefront of everybody's thinking. Advisory boards, you know, on down. Of course, we've all been fighting with it. So they're more lenient now. They're saying, okay, we understand, which I think people, as you know, in general, understood. But
Should
they're
understand since Ridgeway's taking us out.
trying to stay out of the asking for money end of it. But now they realize that we've got to do something.
There's always like.
So we can have a plan for next April for hosting alternatives.
Maybe we need a committee?
And, hey, I'm all for that, I'm all for that. And fundraising functions.
Can we set up a GoFundMe account and then spread the word and get people to donate through that?
I don't know, I mean,
I
I know what GoFundMe is, but.
I don't know if we can go GoFundMe.
Why?
Yeah, I would be,
I just don't know.
I just wanna stay
I
away
don't know what
from
they're
that.
doing.
I
That would
want
just
it to
be a
be
central
totally
point for collecting
volunteer
money.
and
But I just don't
I don't want
know.
them to feel bad.
Let's go fund it.
Like,
Seriously.
They might consider that.
She brought up a great point that she worked, would you tell them now that you have everybody's
Yeah,
attention?
okay. Y'all, most of you know that, I mean, not, had a lid on it, okay. Most of you might know, and some of you probably have also worked with the Portal of Texas History of the University of North Texas. And I got sort of involved with that from almost the beginning, because they asked the Collin County Genealogy Society if we would sit on the committee to see what genealogists, I think Leela might have been on one of the committees at one time, asked us, you know, how we wanted to see the websites and this and that, and we worked with the historical commission and got grants to digitize the newspapers. They got grants with National Endowment for Humanities. Now UNT's also, the portal's giving grants for records. They're doing all kinds of records, a lot of stuff. Maybe they would want to partner with us. You know, why not? You know, like the state institution always had the original newspapers on microfilm of county records. Why not see if they would want to partner with us?
They want it on their site.
Pardon me?
They want it on their site.
Once you put it there, it's permanent. I mean, they would take over the branding and everything. We would disappear if we did that.
Maybe if we go in with the
I
right
don't have a
negotiation.
problem with this, Craig. I mean, all I want is my information there for the public to see. I don't care that they know Joe Dillon did it or.
Well, I'm not
No,
talking about
Texas
Joe
GenWeb did it,
Riddle,
or-
I'm talking about Texas
I don't care
GenWeb.
if they know TXGenWeb, as long as it's there, whatever it is.
Well,
they're not
because
part of the
then that makes us go away as an organization. So, anyway, y'all know the problem. Many of you, you know, whoever wants to help find a resolution to this. The two problems are, we've got the main website needing to not leave it where, you know, poor Jimmy has to be responsible all the time. Next thing is the renewal of our hosting. We've got to find an alternative. And third thing is the fundraiser. So April next year, we need to come back with some solutions. So anybody that wants to help, you've got my email. Please email me and we'll talk. If you don't have my phone number, I can give it to you. I don't mind
Hey, we
at all.
raised $30,000 last year for archery in 3 weeks.
Okay, so we need to do something.
They
Thank you very
sold
much.
machines on the gun.
Action.
So that something as simple as like
How
Freeze
did
it.
you ever want to